Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 2 VGA. And when last we left off, I discovered that clicking on this screen gives you dialogue of a sort. Even in early word processing, they used scrolling techniques. Haha, that they did. Coco the Clown lived here many years ago. This belongs to Nimble Jack. And this save belongs to me, for when last we left off we explored more of Shapeir, and we discovered that the Sora seller is going to be in town tomorrow. Gotta make a note of that. We also have to do something else too. This you gotta see. The ashtray of Shapeir made from imported coconut shell, hand-carved by Kata natives into face of a sultan. You're not a find this anywhere else. Can I buy it from you? That is a question. Let's see. He doesn't seem to have any useful items left in stock. Well, seems like no. We do not want that, but what we do want to do is check out our room that I didn't know we had. Welcome, hero. Thank you, my friend. If we go behind you, we find this luxurious abode. This room is significantly bigger than your room at the Hero's Tale Inn in Spielberg. The large bed in the centre looks comfortable, and the interior of the room itself is surprisingly cool compared to the heat outside. It looks wonderful. The skyline of the city is visible through the window. The perfect place to take a nap after a hard day of adventuring, and as far as I know, we don't have to pay for this. And that's really neat. A closet built into the wall allows the occupant of the room to store additional clothes. It is currently empty. Well, I don't even have my Spielberg clothes in there? That's a bit of a shame. A small brass bottle has been placed within a niche in the wall. Can we take it? The bottle is empty and not useful enough to carry around. Fair enough. The display case near the entrance of the room allows the occupant to store large objects. Noted. Colourful rugs decorate the area around your bed and the chest. It is a storage facility with a near unlimited holding capacity, cleverly disguised as an ordinary wooden chest. This handy piece of furniture will allow you to store all those items that may come in handy later. Aha! That's the game subtly saying that I could do things like put this bag in there and not have to carry it around, which is amazing. You store the cloth bag. You know what else I could do? Put this in here. Where am I going to put it? Apparently over here. You put the sand dome on top of the closet, so you can look at it while lying on your bed. There we go! Sand is gently whirling around inside the glass dome, and this means I'm back to having 390 carry capacity left, which is brilliant. Let's save in celebration of me clearing out some of my inventory, because I'm going to need a lot of that soon enough. Right, we need to find 2 people. We need to find the astrologer. Welcome, hero. Thank you. And we need to find Aziza. So, let's pop out. Guide to sightseeing in beautiful Razir. Only cost you 1 dinar since it only got a 1 page. Is that don't go there? So, we haven't gone north yet from the fountain. And we haven't gone to the palace. I doubt we're going to be allowed into the palace, but so that is Sharky and that is Marib Darb. So if we take a look at the map, that leads to there. There is something down here apparently, but we are not going to be going there just yet. Let us go this way. We may have to go there if the plot demands we do, but for now we're just going to walk. It's a shame we're not allowed to bring a Saurus we buy into town. We can just ride around everywhere, but that's not to be. Okay, so we want to go here and keep heading north. Oh, actually, I wanted to check something. Are you still open? You are still open. Excellent. I want to see how much the vigor pills weigh. So let's have a chat. How much do they cost again? Ah, I did not notice you come in. Welcome back. If you see something that interests you, let me know. I'd like to buy something, please. I'd like to buy, so they're healing pills. Vigor pills, 500 17s. poison cure pills, mana pills, and oil. Mental note, we might need some oil at some point. So I'm going to try and lower you down to 450 17s, and I will buy 1. Thank you for your patronage. There is a special money-back guarantee with every pill I sell. If you die because of a pill, I will gladly refund your money. Thanks? Okay, so these weigh... I'm carrying 3. The collective weight of your vigor potions, pills, is only 15 quarks. Okay, we need a lot more of these. We need a lot more of these. We are going to buy... Healing pills are pretty expensive at 10 dinars. We're going to buy 9 of these. Actually, we're going to buy... We can only buy 10 up to a maximum of 10. Okay, we're going to buy 11. There should be 4,517s, which is 45 dinars. Thank you for your patronage. There's a special money-back guarantee. Okay, this probably raises my... Oh, communication is still at 89. Fair enough. It's still at 89 right now. So, let us get 1 more, because I want to have 12. So grab that and get 1 more at 450. There we go. And I doubt this has raised my communication any further. No, it's still at 89. That is fair enough. So we now have 12 vigor pills. They magically restore your stamina. I believe they fully restore your stamina. And they are so cheap. We're going to be using these to train up our rock throwing in time. But not right now. Rock throwing in this game, exceptionally useful. It raises even more attributes in this game compared to the first. But for now, we must head north. North is where we will find Aziza. And it's also places we haven't been yet. So, onwards! We still have plenty of day left. It is only midday. So this leads to Askari Darb, which I don't think is where we need to go. No, that leads in that direction. We do not want to go that way. We want to go this way. For a scare, folks, go and have a look at some point at the original map for Shapir. It's much worse than this, that's for sure. Much worse. So, Shmali Tarek. There are some doors here. Ooh, hello. Who are you? Let's have a conversation. My name is Camila. Hello. I normally carry adventurous clothes, but I ran out a few weeks ago. I'm expecting some clothes suitable for Savannah travel soon. Okay, make a note of that. Are you marked here? No, you are not. Still good to know. Okay, so this leads up. This is Kudradab. Well, let's go down Kudradab and see if there's anything here of note. I get the feeling there might be nothing. We haven't been ambushed yet. Ooh, there are some plants. This vase houses a lovely plant. That it does! Okay, we'll just go this way now. Still down Kudradab. I get the feeling it's going to go nowhere, though. Oh, hello. What do you have? My name is Sharim. Hello? My specialty is boots with spurs on my heels. They are perfect for when you wish to give your Saurus an extra boost of speed during races. Good to know in case I ever need to race my Saurus. So where are we now? We are here. We are nearly at the end of the street. And I bet down here is nothing that... Oh, hello. You're walking through one of the many twisty streets of a city. Okay, there's something written on the wall. A discarded barrel rests nearby. While a barrel ride sounds exciting, there's no waterfall nearby. Okay, so there's literally nothing down this street. There was some graffiti, but that doesn't seem important. This is when I have missed the most important thing in the entire game. Not likely. I imagine Aziza is down the other side street that leads to the Plaza of the Palace. A place we're not going to be allowed into. We may have been a hero in Spielberg, but here we are relatively unknown. Our arrival did cause a bit of a stir, but we're not a hero here yet. So we want to go this way. Down Schmarly Tarek. Ooh, oh, hello. Let's have a conversation. My name is Nico. Hello. I am expecting some very fine armor within the coming weeks. If it pleases you, I can offer you a discount on kung fu dresses, duck helms, and tiger suits. Really? Do you have those? The weaponry might be suitable for city guards, but you can tell the average quality would hamper monster slaying. Okay, so we cannot buy any of your stuff. I wonder if you can actually buy any of the stuff that they sell. A long thread of twine spread with damp articles of clothing is spanned across an open outdoor gap for maximum exposure to the sunshine, commonly known as a clothesline. Okay, let's go down here. So this leads to Schmarly Tarek. Alright, so we are going down a new avenue of exploration. Down here. Is this where we want to go? Yes, this is where we want to go. This door seems to be watching you. Oh, I think this is where Aziza is. Let us see if we can gain admittance into Aziza's house. And already we are being presented with options. Now there is an eye on that door, and we've been told about Aziza's magic. That eye is probably how she sees the person that is at the door. So listening at the door would definitely be rude, and just barging in would be absolutely rude. So instead, we will politely knock, because we were told to be on our best behaviour. And I will be. You politely knock on the door. Who is it that seeks to enter? Well, my name is Derek. Who is it that sent you here? I believe the one that spoke the most of you was Keapon Laffin. What is the element most appropriate to the owner of the magic shop? Oh, considering the ceiling and the fact that he's floating, air. My first is the first, my second the last. Next comes myself, then back to the end, and beginning again. Who am I? You are Aziza. You may enter freely into my home, Derek. Thanks. Begin points. Come in, sit down, and we shall speak. Now we're going to do something we haven't done yet in this game, and that is use the talk command on ourselves. And we are going to be polite and greet Aziza. Welcome. It is good to have a visitor who understands the proper way to enter conversation. Thank you. You are most welcome. Now, let us do as she asks and sit down. That's a very comfortable looking cushion. There are lots of things to look at here. Shall we share tea? Yes, we shall. There are many ways here to agitate her. Saying no, for instance, would be not very polite. But I feel like having some tea. The tea is cool and refreshing. You find yourself relaxing as you drink and listen to the sound of flowing water. Also, it pours itself. Now that we have shared tea, what is it for which you have come? Let us look at you first. Aziza's beauty in no way masks her intensity, purposefulness, and the aura of power around her. It is good when in her presence to be on your best behaviour. That's the game giving you a not-so-subtle hint. The air is humid and the decor is sea green. Aziza keeps a tidy house. Can't look at that specifically. It's the front door. It's how you got in here. That's true. Lily pads float in Aziza's indoor pond. Looks like a nice pond too. Let's have a look at the table. Every good enchantress has a tea table to encourage polite conversation, and the conversation shall be incredibly polite. And can we look at this? It's a most polite tea set. Incredibly polite. The tapestry is very old and very blue. The pattern appears to be abstract, but it resembles the waves in the ocean. Can't look at that. Can look at this, though. The door at the far end of the room looks like it would lead to an inner chamber. We are not going in there. We have not been invited. There are all sorts of odds and ends on the shelves. For instance, you see a leftover hero sandwich. I could go for one of those, but only if I'm allowed to. It has to be the biggest bunch of carp you've ever seen. I get it. You see a vial of saline solution. You see a bug in a bottle. Another bug in a bottle there. You see a note in a bottle. Fan mail from some flounder. You see a purposeless porpoise. Through the mildew, you are able to recognize some of the book titles. For instance, Aziza owns Volume 1 of the Tide Life Self-Kelp series, 20,000 Leaks Under the Sink. Oh, I get it. Let us say hello. What is your name? My name means highly prized. It was the name of my mother. Let's talk about your magic. My magic is very practical. I know many things that go on in this land. Unfortunately, Razir has been closed to my far-seeing since the Emir vanished. Soon, I will try a different type of spell to see if I can gain more information. That does not bode well for Razir. Let's talk about that far-seeing. My spells allow me to see things at a distance and to know their true nature. We can talk about that nature. Magic can be misused for ill purposes. A foe can seem to be a friend, and the victim is helpless against the foe. The more powerful the magic, the more likely it is that it can be used for evil purposes. Let's talk about your magic. The magic I work with most is water magic, that of knowledge and true seeing. As water can reflect, I too can reflect spells back upon the caster. There is much magic in this land, some of a very dark nature. Let us discuss water more. Water is the element of healing and life. I use it in all my magical workings. Good to know. Let's talk about the daily news. Very well. What would you like to discuss? Have you heard anything on the grapevine? I am not familiar with idle gossip. Fair enough. Let's move on. How about Shapir itself? This city was built around the magic fountain which flows freely. It is protected by the mountains and the desert, and has known only peace and prosperity. Until now. Let us discuss things like the inn. You would know more about that than I. That is true. What about the fountain? The magical fountain is a symbol for our city. I'm surprised it's not on all of your heraldry and your coins. It might be. Keapon's magical abilities are great, but his style is much too childish. Still, if you must purchase his sort of toy magic, his shop is the place to visit. Not a high opinion of him, but she does acknowledge his powerful magic. The astrologer is fond of making predictions of things to come. Some of the things of which he speaks actually come to pass. Interesting. The Katar are clever people. They work only at things they enjoy. That's a good way to live. The Sultan Harun al-Rashid is a most wise ruler. He often consults me for information about things. He has a good deal of understanding about people, and he knows how best to use them. He is doing everything in his power to prevent the ill omens from coming to pass. We should probably talk about those omens at some point. But first, the desert. The Ifrit make the hot desert sands their home. They are seldom seen. Let us talk about the Jinn. The Jinn are very powerful magical beings who roam this land. There are 5 types of Jinn: Jan, Jinn, Shaitan, Ifrit, and Marid. Let's talk about all of them. Jinn are powerful and rule the air, living in the clouds. Okay, so air elementals. Jan are seldom seen. They take the shape of animals and hide in the mountains to avoid outsiders. What about the Shaitan? The Shaitan prefers streams and waterways. What about the Ifrit? The Ifrit are associated with fire and as such prefer the desert. And the Marid. Most powerful and magical of all are the Marid, and the master of Marid is Iblis. Who is Iblis? Iblis once sought to rule the world and created a great city in the middle of a desert. But Suleiman ben Daud summoned all the Jinn to rise against Iblis. Iblis was bound in a statue, and his magic city was destroyed to become his tomb. Who wants to bet that Iblis is on the rise again? I think it's quite likely. Let us talk about Razir. Razir was like a twin to Shapir until a year ago this month. The Emir Aras was overthrown and disappeared. His brother now sits upon the throne. There is a darkness over the city, which I cannot see with all my magic. Oh dear. The Emir Aras was a foolish man who ruled more with his heart than his head. There was magic involved in his disappearance. Since he has been gone, the city of Razir has fallen into dark times, and many have fled the new tyranny. That is unfortunate. When I try to use Farsi upon the city of Brazier, it is as though the city is wrapped in a web of blackness, which I cannot see through. That is unfortunate. There is not much I can do here, but I can thank you. You are most welcome, and I will say goodbye. It has been a pleasure conversing with you. Perhaps we shall share tea again sometime. Perhaps we shall. And we leave. We had a lovely conversation there, and what time of day is it? It is midday still. Excellent. We didn't get ourselves thrown out on our butt by magic. If you remember what happened when we displeased Erasmus, yeah, that likely could have happened here. And when we come back, folks, we will go and find the astrologer. And if we now check our map, we have Aziza the enchantress here. We just go this way, leads us to the plaza of the palace, and somewhere around here is the astrologer. And then after that, we're pretty much good to go. I don't think there's anything else left that we really need to look at in Shapir. Perhaps we might even have some time to do a bit of training. Maybe. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. We're almost done checking out everything the city has to offer. And we have tons of vigor pills to do training. Oh, we have so many of them. Later.